So Mother's Day was a few days ago, and I have a confession to make. I did not get my mom a gift for Mother's Day. I went down and spent a few days with her, which was awesome. I got her a card, went to church with her, went to lunch, but I just couldn't think of a gift to give her. And I didn't want to just go out and get her a gift for the sake of getting her a gift. Could have got her flowers, but I thought, you know what, they're going to die. I could have got her a necklace, but I didn't know if she really needed another one. And so I just kept thinking the Lord will show me in the right time what gift to give her. And I think I found the perfect thing. This is my gift to my mom for this Mother's Day. I want to tell you about my mom. I want to tell you who she is. Christy Lurk is my mother, and we've been through a lot of things together in our lifetime. We haven't always seen eye to eye. We haven't always gotten along. Sometimes we drive each other crazy. But when God says that He will redeem the time and He will restore what the locusts have eaten, He means that. My mom was a single mom almost most of my life. And no, she didn't always do things right, but she did what she knew she could do. She worked hard trying to provide for us. And I'll tell you something, I never ever knew that we were poor. We were extremely poor. Sometimes we weren't sure how we were going to eat, but you know what? I never knew that because she protected me, because that's what a mother does. She protects her children. And I remember once going to Dollar General, and I got a brand new pair of shoes, and I thought I was on top of the world. And I was. I never knew that we were poor, and I always had everything that I needed. And then there was a time in life where we had money. My mom had a really great job, and we had everything that we needed, everything that we wanted. And I remember the first time getting a brand new pair of name brand shoes. I had everything that I wanted according to the world. But you know what? I didn't. Because I missed my mom. Because she was working all the time. I would have rather been poor so that I could spend time with her, but neither one of us could see that in the midst of our own, brokenness. And there was a time that I was distant from my mom. And I'm sure that's something that, we all go through maybe at a time in our lives, but I was never sure where our relationship would be. I was never sure if I would get my mom back. And then there was a time in our lives when we were so stinking codependent with each other that we didn't know which way was up and which way was down. It was totally unhealthy, but we didn't know any better. We were doing what we knew to do. We were doing what we had done all of our lives, and there was this time where I wasn't sure where our relationship was going to be. But then God, He comes in and He heals the broken places, and He comes in and He says, I want to be part of your life. And the day that my mom found Christ, I thought she'd lost her mind. She was in Bayou La Batre, Alabama after Hurricane Katrina hit. She went down there to help, and she calls me and says that my stepdad gave his life to Christ. And then she calls me the next day and says she gave her life to Christ. And I said, no stinking way, she's in a cult. I'm going to get her. I drove 12 hours to go rescue my mom from this crazy cult around these Jesus-loving people. And the moment that I walked in the doors, I had never seen my mom the way I saw her that day. Something had been broken off of her. I experienced the power of Jesus for the first time in my life. It took me almost a year from that moment to give my life to Jesus, because I'm stubborn like my mother. And then came the time when I was so broken in my own walk that I had to go get some help. And my mom couldn't fix me. And she didn't know what to do. So she prayed. And a mother's prayers avail much, because here I am today. Usually my mom and we both have strong personalities. We like to be right. We like to be in control. So usually after about 3 or 4 days with each other, we know we need a break. But let me tell you something about my mom. I've been in this season of life right now that's been really hard. And there was a day I was crying so hard, I didn't know what to do. So I called my mom. And she drove down here to stay for a couple days. But she ended up staying for 5 days. But she didn't stay to just be my mom, to try and fix me and to try and make everything okay, because she knew she couldn't. She knew only God could. But she stayed by my side. She took me for rides. She let me talk. She let me cry. She held me. She prayed over me. She read scripture with me. She prayed with me. We prayed together. We cried together. She even got me to laugh a little bit. And last week when I went down to see her, still in the midst of this, walking out of this season of my life, I saw my mom with a new set of eyes. She wasn't just my mom, she was my friend. She wasn't afraid to speak truth to me and love me through it. I have a whole new level of respect for her. And I realize that's why I couldn't buy her a gift this year. Because there was no gift that was going to be able to thank her for who she's been for me lately. And so this is my gift, because you need to know how awesome my mom is. You need to know the wonderful woman of Christ that God has created her to be. You need to know about my mom's servant heart and the way that she loves people. There used to be times in my life where I didn't want to hear her wisdom. I didn't want to hear what she had to say. And now I want to hear what she has to say. I want to soak it all up. Because she's a wise woman and I get to call her mom. That's a gift to me. So I know I'm late. But happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you. I'm so proud to call you Mom. I'm so excited about what God has done in our relationship. I'm so excited that He redeems the time. I'm so excited I get to call you friend. I get to call you Mom. I love you.